Welcome to another episode. In this one, we're doing a full car tour. So we've done already multiple of these on our YouTube channel. This video is a little bit different. The idea of the car tour is to list every single brand that is on this vehicle. Some of them are affiliate, some of them are not, and that's totally fine. A lot of you have been asking us, what brand is that? Where did you find this thing? Where can I get one? So the idea is I'm gonna name every single thing that we have here, and that way, if you're interested and you're building out your Defender, you can just go pick out whatever we have that you like, and that's it. Of course, if you have more questions, leave them in the comment section below. We'll try to give you the best answer. And just to specify a little thing, it's a Defender 110 TD4 with the engine 2.2 Ford. It is from 2012. It's been around the world for 2.5 years. Everything on here has been tested since the beginning, and honestly, we have nothing to complain about. And so everything we're gonna mention here has been field tested through every type of condition, and we think that it's products that last, so you can believe us. All right, we're gonna keep it short. We're gonna go straight into it, one side at a time. So we're first gonna start with the left side of the 110. Let's go. All right, so we'll start from the back to the front. So for the very back, we've got a Pelican case, not from Pelican, it's called Grube from Germany. In here is all the recovery gear. So that's where we put the recovery gear so that it's high and it's easy access when we need it. This is a Nato jerry can, 20 liters. We carry diesel in this one, and this one is a Canadian military water tank that is now also for private owners, and you can put 20 liters. The holders are from Gmb Mount in Germany. We bought them, I think, from MudStuff. I don't know if they still have them, but these are Gmb Mount from Germany. They have a lockable option and a non-lockable option. Now, when it comes to this box is where we keep all our cutleries and our dishes and dishwashing. They're custom made, but at the same time, there are some brands that do it. This was actually built by the shop that built our Defender. So I wouldn't know where you can get one, but I know a lot of brands have it. There is a company that just built them, Roverland, and so you could get them from them. They even have a double compartment, which I think is very sweet. These rims are alloy. They're ZU 16-inch rims. The shocks that are inside are Koni Raid, R-A-I-D shocks. We think for a trip like this, overlanding around the world, they're probably one of the best shocks out there. They're unkillable. So we have the Raid edition. When it comes to spring, we have the heavy duty. I wouldn't know what brand that is. And we have the double coil, the exterior and the interior, like the Defender 130. Same for the front. I wouldn't know what brand they are, but they're heavy duty. Sorry about that. Now, the awnings. All right, I've warped myself into the future by a week because the awning is not the same anymore. So we have the Deluxe 270 awning from Clevershade. So it opens up completely all the way to the back. It is 23 kilos, 270, self-standing, and it's a great awning. So if you wanted one, it's from Clevershade. All right, I gotta jump myself back into the past. The canvas up here, that's from RRC. So this is the company that built the car. So they'll have this canvas with 3 windows. They'll have the box if you need, and they sell this awning if you wanted a standard 90 degree. This, I believe, is 15 kilograms, and very easy to set up. When it comes up here, so this is a window ventilated grill. This, we bought it from MudStuff, I believe, but a lot of other shops online might have it, but if not, MudStuff. This also from MudStuff. It's actually called Klemair Sport. You can get it in Germany from Klemair Sport. Down here, we actually have a chassis box. These chassis boxes are built from Roverland, the same that can also build the rear box. This is a guy called George in Belgium. He builds also these chassis boxes. They're flush with the chassis, so you do not lose any ground clearance. And we store in there all the oils, kind of gear that we don't mind getting wet, dirty, and we don't want inside the vehicle. So these boxes, extremely great, one on each side. Now, when it comes to the front, same shocks in the front, Koni Raid, and finally, these little blinker covers from Rough Parts, a company in Switzerland. I think that covers everything on this side of the car. Let's go to the front. All right, the front. So we'll start from the corner of the front. So these are LED lights. I believe you can buy these from Amazon. I don't really remember where we got them. These are Vision X in Europe. These are Vision X, and this is Vision X. When it comes to the bumper, it's actually a low bumper from Terraffirma. We like it because not too heavy and low. And sure, we're in Australia now, and if we had this part covered for kangaroos and buffaloes would be great, but so far nothing. We haven't hit anything, so it's great. When it comes to the winch, we've got synthetic rope, and the winch is a TMAX EW 9500. It has always worked fabulously, always pulled our car, which is 3,000 kilos, out of any holes. The rope has never snapped. We're happy. Bash plate, I'm not really sure which brand. I believe is the guy who built our car, so RRC. When it comes to the bonnet bag, this is actually a two-piece. There's the bottom part and the top part, and they're both separate. They're both separable independently. It's a bonnet bag from Blunt Force Products. We actually do have a coupon for this one of 5%, and it will be found in the comment section for all of the coupons. But in here we keep all of our camping gear. So sleeping bag, 2 chairs, snorkel kit, and a few extra blankets. 2.5 years of road, no one has slashed it, no one has stolen everything, no one has touched it. The only reason we have this is because we didn't want a roof rack to keep the weight low, and this was our alternative solution, and this has worked perfectly. This, I think everybody knows nowadays, this is Starlink from Starlink. We also have a month free if you get one. Now, coming to this, we got this in Australia from Uniden. Nothing special, it's a channels radio and a little kangaroo whistle. I would say that's kind of it for the front. Solar panels up there. The 2 solar panels up there are from Sunware in Germany. They're 120 watts each. These are fixed panels covered with silicon. We have also a plug and play we'll show you right after. They've been working fabulous. They've gone all around the world. Not a scratch, working splendid. And I would think that's it for the front. All right, starting from the front to the back. The tires, BFGoodrich Ko2 all-terrain. Seriously, we love them. We've had them from the beginning and they never failed, not even one puncture, and we've gone through all types of terrain. The snorkel is custom built by the company RRC. So if you want one, you have to ask them, but there's tons of solutions out there. And before I forget, so this is the air cabin intake. We got this from MudStuff, I believe, and it's got a little bit of a razor, which we got from OTC4x4.eu, which is a Polish company, and technically it allows you to put in filter in there, which is perfect because when you're driving those dusty roads and all that dust comes through the cabin, it's just terrible. So this, very helpful. Next, we've got Maxtrax, classic. You open this, it's a table. So this table is from Rough Parts, and this is also a Gullwing from Rough Parts. So it replaces the double window into an openable Gullwing, which honestly we found fabulous. And this is our shower tent. It literally opens as a square, and it's called Vickywood from Germany. It's actually a pretty cheap solution for something that's relatively good. So that's why we got it. And I think that's kind of everything on this side of the vehicle. Let's go to the back. Oh, and before I forget, the rail down here is from ExTec, a company in Germany, who also is the one who did our Poptop conversion. So they're not protective rails for any bumps, but what they do is they've got sliders, so little holes on either side of the vehicle, because the flooring of our vehicle actually slips into these sliders in here and acts as a table as well. So I forgot about that. Oh, and one thing I forgot. So here on the tires, we've got these little TPMS sensors, which are tire pressure measuring systems. And it's got a screen inside, which we'll show you later. And so they give us the value of the PSI live. And that way, if we have a tire puncture or something, it'll start letting you know and it'll start beeping. So far, since we've never had a tire puncture, not useful, but extremely useful in general sense. And for the rear, we've got these bumperettes, which are also built by RRC, but a lot of companies out there have them. I'm not really sure their name, but I'm seeing them around. The covers for the lights as well. They're all LED, also probably bought on Amazon, I forgot. These 2 lights on either side are from Vision X in Europe. The bag is from 4X Tierra, which is from Colombia, and great bag. We've got the high lift from High Lift. We've actually only used it once on our trip, but anyway, that's a side topic. And popping back on this side once more, we actually have a little shower outlet, which was also built by RRC. But I think these are buildable from any Defender shop that builds out cars. And that's everything on the rear. And one thing I forgot to mention, so Land Rover has a fuel filter on one side of the vehicle, but we added a second one, and that way the fuel is filtered twice. And I forgot, here we have a 45-liter auxiliary tank. I believe it was built by RRC as well, but I know that there are Defender builders out there that sell these tanks. They're kind of standard. And so yeah, that's it. In the rear door, we've got a Coleman double stove. It's the 424 model. Lifesaver, 20 liters, very useful. The Arb Double Compressor has been working great. Hot shower system has been built by Roverland. We also have a 5% coupon from them, so they're the ones who do the chassis boxes as well. And then the 65-liter tank that crosses the whole flooring is from RRC. I think that's it on this side of the door. The cabinets we will talk about when we're going inside. So for now, I'll close. All right, in the front. So do ignore all the cables. This is for the solar panel and this is for the Starlink. But we've got Shieldman seats. They are really sweet. We've got the Land Rover edition that has the bottom that pops out. Super important. Otherwise, if you're a Land Rover, you'll understand why it's annoying not to have it. The steering wheel's a T-Rex. It's smaller, easier to handle, but also you're not hitting the window. This central mirror here is actually a digital camera doing dash cam front and rear, and it's from Wolfbox. You can purchase it on Amazon. We'll put a link in the description below. Up here is a tire pressure monitoring system. It's charged by solar panel. It's got a little panel on the back, and it constantly tells you the tire pressure of the tires. A QB box in the middle, very handy. We got this from, you can get this from anywhere. I'm pretty sure MudStuff sells them too. We've got a diesel heater. That one's from Ebersprecher. I think I'm saying it wrong, but they're from Germany, and that's for a diesel heater. Works great, but there's tons of other alternatives out there. We hear the Webasto's good. And so that is the front. All right, in the front right, we have the armrest, also from MudStuff. And this is a custom-made net, but the net itself is from MudStuff. Makes it handy. Now up here, we have a little stowaway from Amazon, nothing special. A Garmin Mini for our satellite needs, if we ever have an issue. And the speakers. So the speakers have been changed to focal speakers. Honestly, we do not see a big difference. They're from the original. Maybe they're a bit better, but that's the focal speakers. And that's about it for the front. And now for the rear right. And we've got in the rear an EcoFlow 1000 watt power bank, which has worked great to dissociate power systems in case we have an issue with our lithium battery, which is our auxiliary battery. Now we've got a custom-made built cabinet. So this is where all of our electricals go, but this is custom built. You can see the water tank crossing the flooring here. Now this is for a bit of privacy. We also bought this, I believe, from MudStuff or from RRC. Pretty simple. Same for these. We bought these nets from MudStuff, literally just to keep a bit more storage. And I believe that would be it for the rear. There we go. All right, now the interior. So as we had said before, this canvas is from RRC. It comes also with a winter liner, also from RRC, and triple windows. Now, when it comes to the bedding, it was built by RRC, but the new model lifts up with the roof. Ours also lifts up, but it's more of a manual job. But anyways, this, I think any roof conversion company also makes the bed. Otherwise, ExTec is also another company we worked with, as they built all the cabinets. And they also do roof conversions and the bed that lifts up. So that's ExTec from Germany. So ExTec is 1, 2, and 3. And the flooring, as we were saying, all this wood is ExTec, and this is the table that connects on the side. So that's ExTec. The fridge is I believe, a 45-liter Engel. Honestly, top notch, hasn't ever let go. It's been already almost 10 years or more. Here we've got a 220 watt solar panel from EcoFlow, and here normally we have the plug and play solar panel from Sunware, which is 100 watts. Then what else do we have? These are all custom made cushions that were then sewed. Here we have Recon pouches that we velcroed directly to the Gullwing. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. This is a medical pouch from MudStuff, and that's where we keep all of our medical pouches. Up here is where we keep our important documents. It is also from MudStuff, and it is a documents pouch, so it's down here, just fits perfectly. And honestly, I think we've practically done the inside. No, one more thing. So these nets are from RRC. This is a net from MudStuff, where we keep our bags, and fits actually the perfect size for the Defender 110. The bed, as you can see, is really thick and folds in 2 parts. It can fold in 3, 4, 5, 6, or no parts, no folds if you want. This is built by a French company called MouseSurMesure. We'll put a link for the non-French speakers, but technically it just says my foam by measurement. So you can decide the height, the length, the width, what type of foam, all that good stuff, and it really makes a difference for our trip. We love them. And I had to warp myself into the future again. So we've got all our batteries and Victron systems for our solar panels and alternators and charging systems. Now all of this works via an app, which is great. And so we've got one 90 amp lithium battery 12 volt under the driver's seat. Here we've got a 100 amps lithium battery, and they're both separate, working on their own systems, and all the Victron gear. And honestly, they worked super well, so we love it. So if we go here, the 3 pouches are also from MudStuff, and then we custom built these colors, so you will not find them on MudStuff. This is just an Amazon quick kit. This whole rear is also ExTec, so they integrate a light, and this is a drop-down table, all built from the Germans, called ExTec. Honestly, that's done. So if you have any questions, there's any other parts where we might have forgotten that you might have seen on the video, pause it, do a circle, screenshot it, do a circle, send it to us, and we'll say, right, we did forget about that, and tell you what it is. Otherwise, I think that's everything. And honestly, we wouldn't change anything except for this ExTec bench. If we had one thing we would change, this ExTec bench is too tall and too narrow. And so it would be better if it was longer and lower, because we're not sitting properly, right? So honestly, that would be the only thing we would change. All the rest, if you don't want to do research, you can pick it, go ahead. It is strong, powerful, good, reliable, and we love them. So I hope you enjoyed, and have a great day, guys.